Hey everybody, Alex Davis here. We're on Guntersville. I'm going to show you how to fish a lipless crankbait, late winter, early spring. I love to throw a lipless crankbait in grass lakes all over the country. No matter where I go, this is what I want to do. Show you little tips and tricks just to catch you more fish when you get set up in these conditions. Color probably matters more than anything to me. It doesn't really just vary one day. It's an hourly, sometimes a deal. Late winter, early spring, they're eating crawdads. To spawn tigers, your baits with red. Other times, there was actually yesterday morning when I was catching them, I could smell shad. Immediately, I picked up, a shad color like the Jackal. This is a TN70. This is super shad. It mimics more of a shad, obviously, than a red one. Another thing, sometimes, like the first day of practice, we got a lot of wind and everything got muddy. So I had to switch to more chartreuse colors. It seemed like they would kind of hit the red one, but they really didn't want to get it. You'd get one hook in them or hooked on the side of the head. I switched to the chartreuse and they started more getting it actually sideways in their mouth. So you just kind of let the fish tell you what they want. If they're not getting it good, just keep experimenting with colors. I throw 15-pound fluorocarbon, a Shimano Metanium MGL. It's the slow gear ratio. I want to be able to slow the bait up. To me, the one thing that I think a lot of people mess up is I see them throw it out and they just burn the thing back. That's not how you trigger a bite. I'm gonna go really slow with this. I throw it on a Zodius, a 7.2 medium heavy glass rod. You want the backbone to be able to rip that bait out of the grass. But that glass lets the rod load up. So a lot of people, I hear them say, oh, I lost 4 big ones today. And it's a lot of times you can't do nothing about losing one. But if you have the right rod, you can limit your mistakes. You can limit your losses. One thing I like to do is when I throw that trap out there, I'm not gonna let it sink. I'm gonna start reeling it. I'm gonna reel it slow. Then all of a sudden I'll feel them in the grass and I'm gonna take it up. And then I'm just gonna kind of just let it you gotta imagine in your head what it's doing. It's kind of going down in the grass and it's when you wanna rip it loose. They're gonna hit it when that thing is actually ripped free from the grass. It's gonna make one react to that bait. And that's when hopefully he's gonna knock about 3 foot of slack in your line and have it down in his goozle sideways. That's the plan, but you just want to kind of reel it, feel the grass, and then that's when you react to that and pump the bait loose. A lot of people, I see them, they just throw it out there and they just do this. And you never hit grass. The main thing with this whole bite is you're wanting it to trigger a fish. So for me, the only way to trigger is to hit grass. I actually work this thing like a jig. I want it down in the grass. So this grass here is about 9 foot deep. So I just kind of actually just pump it like a jig. I'm gonna let it get in there and I'm gonna let it fall on a slack line. A lot of times that's when you'll feel one hit it, is when it's falling, you'll feel tonk. They'll usually, when they do that, they're gonna usually have her sideways. So when I lift up, I'm trying to feel the grass. So if I feel it and it's in it, I'll just kind of pump it up and then just follow my line back down. To me, it's kind of like a hair jig or a football head jig, like if you're stroking one. It's just something a little different that not everybody does. I'm sure everybody's going to now, but if you're watching, you will. But it definitely gets me a lot more bites, and it's something that's worked for me for years. It takes a little patience, and you always have grass on your lure, it seems like, but it's something that'll definitely catch you more fish. He knocked so much slack in the line, I barely caught up with him. And he's got it where he's supposed to. That's how you want him to get it. That's perfect. I like it when they get it like that. We gotta take pliers to them. But that's how you catch late winter, early spring, big Guntersville vegetation bass right there.